Hey, it's the middle of July and welcome to this week's Job with Jason. This week's topic is a big one. It's, hey, my house didn't appraise, now what? I just had one of my favorite realtors call me last week. Been in the business 18 years. This is a very confusing subject for a lot of people. He said, man, I was short a little bit on the appraisal. Can we still close the deal? What happens when the house doesn't appraise? So don't freak out if your house doesn't appraise. Doesn't mean it's the end of your loan, okay? So what happens when your house doesn't appraise for a mortgage lending perspective is it will change what's called your loan to value, okay? So what that looks like, okay? A loan to value is commonly called the LTV in the mortgage business. But let's just take this example right here real fast, okay? Let's just say you're buying a $200,000 home, right? And you're borrowing $160,000. And so you have an 80% loan to value. This is a magic number because a lot of people like 80% loan to value when they want to stay out of mortgage insurance, okay? And your down payment is $40,000. Very simple, right? Then you go off, you do the appraisal, and the appraisal comes back and it says, oh, well, your house isn't worth $200, it's worth $195. Well, it's a seller's market right now, so a lot of sellers aren't negotiating. So what do? Kill the deal, or do you work it out with your loan? So good news is we can work that out, okay? So what the lending guidelines say is to do your loan, they will use the lower of the two, the sales price or the appraised value, to calculate your loan to value, okay? And so what they do is they say, okay, they'll take the sales price or the appraised value, which is $195, divide that by the loan amount of $160. Now you're at 82% loan to value, okay? That might change your payment on this size price range house by about maybe 30 or 40 bucks a month with the mortgage insurance. So it wouldn't be the end of the world. You have to carry private mortgage insurance. But what happens is they take $5,000 of that down payment, they steal it to pay the difference in that appraisal because you still have a sales price, okay? And so that's the way it works. Now, sometimes you never feel the effect of this because if you're putting 50% down and your house doesn't appraise, it just changes on paper the loan to value. But mortgage insurance is the trick here. Anytime it goes 80% or above, it can start changing your mortgage insurance, thus changing your payment quite a bit. So if you have any questions, give me a call, 281-882-8888.